Ladies and dudes, it is time to do another top 5 list that nobody has never done before. And it's all about some movie characters here and there that are truly fish out of water. Something that Watch Mojo or Miss Watch Mojo had never done yet. I think this is going to be a very underrated list to do, if you know what I mean. Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes, this is Rebecca Liv Barkley, aka Boobop97. This is my review for today. And yes, once again, I brought our dear beloved American flag here with me. Well, you already know what today is, right, ladies and dudes? Today is Memorial Day, the most important holiday of all time in American history, and there's so many things we need to learn about it, if you know what I mean. And now, it is time to do another top 5 list that nobody has never done before. And I really want to do this top 5 list for all of my life. Something about movie characters who are truly fish out of water. And what it means, like there's a lot of movie characters here and there, are hanging on to another side of the world that they had never discovered before, and they're going to do their best to learn it. You know, some worlds that involves going to a jungle, or learning about another area that came from around the globe, or something that has something to do with royalty, or something even more, I guess. Hard for me to say about characters who are really fish out of water. So I guess you want to know which one of the 5 characters deserves to be a fish out of water. Well, I'll tell you that right now. So without further ado, ladies and dudes, here are my top 5 of which movie characters I chosen who are really fish out of water. And yes, I do have a couple of honorable mentions. Some of them that did not make it to the list. Of some characters who are truly fish out of water. I got George from George in the Jungle, Chihiro from Spirited Away, and Spirit from Spirit of Down the Samarons. It's gonna be hard to pronounce the title of that movie, but it's the 2D hand-drawn animation one. We got John Smith from Pocahontas, Larry Daly from Night in Museum Saga, Rapunzel from Tangled, Dorothy from Wizard of Oz, and Belle from Beauty and the Beast. So those are the characters I can think about who are truly fish out of water. And now, let's go on to my top 5 choices. Sadly, for these 5 characters, I only got one character who came from a live action film, and the other 4 are from 2D hand-drawn animation. And you want to know which one they are. So let's get this whole thing started. Coming at number 5 goes to Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man No Way Home. Out of all the villains that we did see in this movie, the Green Goblin and Electro, they only know about the MCU world just a little bit. While Sandman, Lizard Man, they know nothing about it. But the only villain character who knows about the MCU world the best is Dr. Octopus. He's the best one of all. the best character who's really fish out of water. And he learns a lot of things that he doesn't know about in the MCU world. Like, he learns about that Peter 1 wore a different Spider-Man outfit. He learns about getting involved with the trap with Peter 1. Well, he did get involved with the trap. If you pay attention to that bridge scene, he knows what prison is like. He knows how to talk to Doctor Strange for the very first time. He's been nice to Aunt May. And some others. I'm glad we got one cool character who learns about the MCU world, but sadly for a short period of time. And yes, Dr. Octopus is not the only one who learns about the MCU world, but also Peter 2 and Peter 3. Well, for a little bit of a time, to tell you the truth, at the near end point of the movie. Well, if you've seen Spider-Man No Way Home, you know what I'm talking about. That's why he fits at number 5. Coming at number 4 goes to Tarzan from Tarzan. Tarzan counts as a fish out of water character because he's going to learn about the jungle world and also getting to know a little bit of stuff about the human world. And he knows them both. I guess you could say he only learns about the jungle world for all of his life. Swinging, swimming, making some brand new stuff that nobody had never made before. And the only time he can learn to be human is making a sphere. Trying to protect himself from other deadly animals out there. And yes, he started to learn to strike that, reverse it. He also learns about human stuff as well. Getting to know what humans can do from their own world. And that's pretty darn interesting. And yes, ladies and dudes, Tarzan did do 2 big lip alligator moments. Something that he did one time only, and he never done it again. One big lip alligator moment that he did is he used a bicycle to see how will he handle a bicycle by riding around in branches. And that was pretty darn creative to do, but you never seen that again. And the second big lip alligator moment is when he never drank a cup of wine, but for the very first time he hold a cup of wine. But he never drank it at all. That was the only time you see him holding a cup of wine, and you never seen it again. So yep, that's another big lip alligator moments I forgot to put on my list, but I'll put it as an honorable mention. And Tarzan deserves to be at number 4. And coming at number 3 goes to the Iron Giant from the Iron Giant. Another good fish out of water movie that is so darn underrated to us, but it finally had a strong cult following. And yes, the Iron Giant deserves to be a character who has no idea what Earth is all about, and it's up to Hogarth to teach him to get to know what the human world is like. There's a lot of things that involves metal. You can go to the forest, you can swim in the water. Well, the strangest thing is, he is waterproof, so that means there'll be no damage to him. And he learns about comic books. And what else does he learn? He wants to play around with Hogarth all the time. What else I could say about a really cool giant who's really a big kid at heart? That's why he deserves to be at number 3. I better look at my thing here. Here's another good fish out of water character that we will never forget in movie history. Coming at number 2 has to go to Robert Dangerfield from Robert Dangerfield. Now he counts as a fish out of water character. Well, thanks to Rocky, if you remember that scene, what he did to Rover, he decided to drown him to death in the Hoover Dam in a bag. But it's a good thing he survived and he didn't die. And this is where his new life begins, when he is going on a country life and get to know what the country life is all about by living in a farm. You know, getting along with other animals and learn how to fetch a stick or help out the farmers with their chores, and also getting along with chickens and turkeys. Yeah, Rover Dangerfield is such a fun movie and one of the best Rodney Dangerfield films of all time, but truly a great underrated one. That's for sure. That's why he fits at number 2. And finally, my number 1 most favorite character of all time, a great movie character who's truly fish out of water. Well, she does live in the sea, but she doesn't know anything about the surface, and she became the most youngest, greatest character of all time in a Miyazaki film. And that is Ponyo, from Ponyo. Now, this little girl wants to get to know the human world so darn much. And I will say she's way more of a smarter character than Ariel from The Little Mermaid. And yes, ladies and dudes, it is very darn true that Ponyo is really based and also the adaptation of The Little Mermaid, but Miyazaki wants to do it differently, and we gotta praise him for that. And I really love Ponyo's journey. You know, getting to know what the human world is like and learn so many things about the human world while she is so darn young. And thanks to Sosuke, the true love of her life. Yep, Sosuke is the one who taught Ponyo about everything about the world. Something that she wants to discover the most. I think the only good thing that she learned the most about the human world is eating ham! She loves to eat ham! Ham is her favorite food in the whole world, and she wants to keep eating it! What else I could say about this cute little girl who's really fish out of water? And she deserves to be the number 1 best movie character of all time who's really fish out of water. So those are my top 5 best characters I ever loved who are really fish out of water. So tell me, ladies and dudes, what is your most favorite movie character who's really fish out of water? Well, whichever they are, just leave a comment there and let me know. And also, pay your respects to Memorial Day. It's the most important thing of all in American history, and something we gotta learn about our dear beloved home country. Our home country needs to be saved right away, and we got to be great Americans for it. That's for sure. And I'll be back in June for more videos to come in the main future. So, that is it for now. I'll see you guys later, and sayonara!